ban, right? Usually what ends up happening is you ban 1 or 2 meta heroes and then you do ban one of those targeted picks, but then you also have to like understand that they also have 3 picks. So your opening hero pool is a little bit more random than it was in the past. Like before, what we would do in draft practices is we'd say like, okay, these are the heroes that they know we play well. Like let's narrow it down and try to like simulate. But when there's 3-on-3 on each side, it becomes so much more random. It's like a lot harder to prep in that case, I think.
Yeah, we haven't felt the full effect yet, have we, of 6 bans? Still kind of evolving.
You pretty much never see Night Stalker anymore as a result of them. I haven't seen Night Stalker and I haven't seen Puck.
We've seen it a couple of times in games here on the mainstream, but it hasn't been used very well.
Right? Usually what ends up happening is, has it been picked?
Yeah, has been picked, yeah.
Yeah,
you need to
be
able to have it carried.
But like I have seen it a few times as well. But yeah, you're right. Like a lot of teams just choose to ban it out in the first ban phase entirely. Even like, you know, Wyvern, Clockwork, a lot of teams, Clockwork is banned frequently against LGD because they'll pretty much take it if it's there.
Yeah. Tell you what we haven't seen, but we have seen banned a lot, is the Lich.
Yeah. So we were talking about the Doom. This time, though, it's going to go on the side of Mineski. And I think it's a decent answer against LGD because you know that maybe and Ame, they like to play these mobile cores. Doom, obviously, one of the best at shutting that down.
Also, like the hallmark of LGD for most of the past season has been, if you look at like the resource distribution, it goes disproportionately more than other teams to the 1 and 2 Tame maybe. And so, I mean, this is probably reading too much into it, but if you have a Doom and you can expect that hero to be able to trade up for one of the cores, like almost no matter what, in any situation, that could be an approach that they use against LGD.
Yeah. What was the earlier hero that they use that I saw against Doom today? It was Viper.
Venomancer?
Or Venomancer, sorry.
And picking Sniper a lot as well.
I think Sniper, though, for LGD is a bit rough. I'm trying to think of the heroes, though, that work well against Doom.
Oh, I meant for Mineski.
Oh, yeah.
Haven't seen a huge amount of the Monkey so far. In fact, I don't think we've seen it at all here on the mainstream in the 2 days so far.
Still 3 melee heroes. He's going to succeed quite a bit. And they know for almost certain that this is going to be an off-lane Doom. And it's one of the better pairings. Like, you pick a Doom so you can run at people, but Monkey King doesn't really care because he trades more efficiently with melee heroes than like pretty much anybody.
He welcomes the beef more than most agility heroes.
Oh, that's a Veno again. So this is kind of cool because they're going back to like, they're not doing something so in vogue or anything like that, but they're doing something that they're comfortable with and they've already won with previously. And maybe that's what you need to do.
10 seconds.
I can't remember who said it, but it was like they were saying you need to do something outside of the meta sometimes that you're just comfortable with, and you need to create that like as your own meta rather than just doing what everybody else is.
We were talking about it yesterday with SG because what they've been successful with before in the past is the Underlord Arc Warden, which isn't really in the meta, but it's their meta.
Yeah.
And that proved pretty good for them yesterday.
Yeah, you have some teams have a very strong sense of identity. You play to your identity. If it gets good enough and you refine it enough, then it can become the meta at some point because it just so overwhelmingly needs to be answered by the other team to have a chance.
So DP over on the LGD side, which we have seen an awful lot of actually in the last 2 days.
Yeah, she's just such a stable hero. She's good against pretty much everything. I think she lost earlier to the Spearbreaker, played by Mineski, but I still think it's like one of the better options of dealing with it because she doesn't just flat out die to his ganks like most heroes do mid.
She lost in that game with an anti-mage on her team, and it was just honestly a very weird game. But it gives LGD a way also to take objectives, so that the rest of their lineup really lacks being able to do that.
Yeah, because Monkey King's not a building hitter; he's more just like a tempo setter, and you can't. I don't know if you can blame the DP because I think AM's like 0-6 in the games that I've seen him personally. He just lost the last one for Secret as well.
Yep.
Like, that hero's getting pummeled.
Good.
Good. He deserves it.
I wonder if they go back to, again, we saw the Veno and the Sniper as well. Sniper is a pick that a lot of people seem to like against DP. Now, see if Mineski go for that in their last slot.
5 seconds.
I'd imagine LGD bans it because I think as soon as he gets like Pike and stuff, it's pretty hard for him to die here. Same with like, it was like their preferred combo pick too against the DP every time.
So if you're LGD, do you look for another offlaner now, or do you actually just leave FY on that offlane bounty? Guess we're about to find out. Oh, there it is.
Okay, so LC is one of the better ways to deal with Veno, because, and same with Ogre, because you have a hard dispel, so it gets rid of the Gale. So now Mineski, they have their mid hero left to deal with.
10 seconds remaining.
They probably want some kind of kill combo,
5
so that
seconds
when the
remaining.
Spirit Breaker does come, I'm trying to think right now. You can take like Mirana, you can take like some good old Storm. Who else is there that I'm not thinking of? I wish I had like the hero pool list in front of me.
Do you not want something like a Queen of Pain into this?
Quap's pretty
Perhaps a
good
Razor?
actually. Quap's really nice.
I've picked Razor quite a bit, and I've seen some teams also believe that that's a pretty good answer potentially to Death Prophet as well matchup.
Did you know that we've blended 2 heroes together, by the way?
What?
Viper and Razor. They're now called Visor, no matter what you pick. You pretty much get the same thing.
When did this happen?
Earlier.
We just all agreed upon it.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, Cap
You-
and I agreed on it.
You agreed to brief
We-
principle. I agree.
Because one's
to this.
blue, one's green. That's the only real difference. They're both annoying.
Choose
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh,
A
hello.
Mineski, a Mushi favorite.
But Moon's going to play the Deucer.
They always seem to. Well, I just mean that
Yeah.
in terms of drafting this hero. They always
Yeah.
seem to pick this when. I remember like when Mushi was on Fnatic. Like they always seem to pick this when their tournament life was at stake. There was a game against OG, I think, back at the Shanghai Major where they picked this.
They won. It was against.
Let's not mention the war, all right? Let's just be careful here,
Seems like an
Jack.
appropriate occasion. You know, we're in Shanghai for.
Yeah. Don't mention it too much. Okay, where are we going? Will?
I want to hear what Jack has to say first, because
Jack, where are we going?
The beef is firmly in favor of Mineski. I like this Medusa hero. I'm going with Mineski.
see, if he hadn't done that, I was going to call him a hypocrite. That's why I wanted to
Right.
hear first.
You wanted to call him out.
But I'm going to go the opposite way. I think LGD,
Of course you are.
they got heroes that are going to work well. No, this is like a real thing. Because
Okay,
I
sorry.
knew he was going to say that.
Right.
If you didn't say Mineski, you would have lied about everything that you said this morning was a joke.
No. The beef principle is a thing.
If it really is, then sure, Mineski. But I don't think it is, so LGD.
All right. A split decision on the panel. Who'd have known that with Blitz being here? What a surprise. Let's head over to the commentary team for game number 1. Big match for both teams, still looking for a place in the top 8.
All right, Mineski versus LGD here. Looking forward, obviously, an important matchup here on Breaking CPK, joined by Merlini. Merlini, we have the thoughts from the panel over there. What do you think about these drafts?
Well, I'm just sad I can't be out there to touch Winter. He's so close yet so far.
Can reach out, maybe.
I know. I miss him slamming us, making fun of us.
He is close enough to us,
That
obviously, the
little
coach for
bugger.
Mineski. Good friends with him there. But obviously, this draft for Mineski coming about, finishing off with the Medusa. You think Medusa makes a lot of sense here in the hands of Nana playing the middle lane?
It's pretty tough for LC to fight into the Medusa. You're not going to get a dual kill usually if you kill the Medusa, and you can't really duel anyone else because your team usually follows up after the duel, right? So Stone Gaze, I think, is the trump card in this fight. And a Cold Embrace only helps one hero. Who cares? Medusa will just split shot everyone else.
Yeah.
The problem is I'm not sure she's going to get a lot of farm.
Okay.
So we did just see this combination in the last series, the Ogre plus Medusa. You can farm a lot of Ancients, but on the side of LGD, they have a fantastic tower pusher in the form of Death Prophet. So that mid T1 tower is absolutely crucial for this game.
We'll see how long it takes to make that objective happen as far as getting bounty runes. You see that one's going to be stolen right here. Omimune at the top lane, going to be charged in by the Spirit Breaker. Ice on Doom, assisting with a couple of auto attacks. Don't think it's going to be enough in the end, but going to force him out some early regen, and it's looking like Spirit Breaker's going to be up here.
Infernal Bladed.
That's still doing some good damage, but actually Jingle Mastery doing plenty of return damage, and now Victoria running after him. Coming out of the Invis with an auto attack, a couple more. Is this actually a kill? Orb of Venom on, and this is first blood, isn't it? Victoria picks it up. What just happened there?
He just right-clicked him down.
A little bit too deep.
Orb of Venom. Their level 1's not great. Doom, you really want a devour before you actually start beating down people. And Spirit Breaker with charge level 1 without bash is just extremely weak. I actually prefer bash at level 1 just because I think the stun is pretty useless if you don't have any damage to go along with it.
Okay.
But you know, that's Ninja Boogie has to find a new hero for him now that Silencer doesn't seem to fit his team anymore.
Well, it seems like when we were talking about the draft, or the panel was talking about the draft right there, Blitz especially liked the idea of the Monkey King matched up against the Doom. You agree why Ami playing the Monkey King here? Makes sense?
Yeah, he owns most heroes one-on-one.
Yeah.
Especially in the safe lane, too, where you have so much chase room.
I've seen a couple of different builds on Monkey Kings lately. Most noticeably, the one standing out to me is that Battle Fury style. Is this a Battle Fury game, or is it maybe going to be depending on the tempo of the game, you think?
Have you played Monkey King before?
I have not played Monkey King before.
Okay, I played him a couple. I played him, and the hardest thing about this hero is actually farming neutrals. He is actually one of the worst heroes at farming neutrals. You don't get Jingu stacks. You like Boundless Strike is just ridiculously long cooldown, and you can't really just use Primal Spring to farm it. So I think that shores up his biggest weakness. Like, there's no way you can do Ancients too without Battle Fury. It's just so incredibly difficult. Maybe you'll get like Jingu stacks from a hero in lane you can pop over, but that's just generally unrealistic.
Yeah.
It's, but I think he might need the Diffusal Blade this game to deal with the mana burn on the Medusa, right? You need mana burn to kill her.
It helps at least, and it's as you're putting at it, it's especially in the late game. Yeah, you pretty much need that.
You got to think far ahead, man.
Yes,
you got to think about when if they think they can win that game earlier without it, like before she hits level 20 with that 800 mana talent, then maybe.
Oh, wow.
Chicken.
Charging in here. Geez, going for the courier, but and that might come at a cost now. The tower doing plenty of return damage that charges up from Ninja Boogie. He's going to connect in. You have Jabs running on over to help finish the job. It's just a matter of time now before Yao
maybe
goes
he
down.
trees and goes into the Golem? Okay, never mind. He's just going to die.
He's just saying, kill me now, please. Well, go for Ninja Boogie. He'll take that.
Kill me now.
Somnus middle lane, aka maybe, going at it against Nana. You have 11-2 Death Prophet right now versus the 14-4 Medusa. So far, Medusa is having that early farm here.
Yep, that's also one of the nice things about Medusa. She wins most lanes. That hero is very difficult to deal with in lane because Mystic Snake is incredibly good at sustaining, last hitting, harassing, all in one.
And we saw right there Winter Wyvern spending a lot of time in that middle lane, it seems like, at least ideally, trying to be the babysit for him.
Good luck.
Now, not so much anymore. As I suggest that, he TP'd in, now he's rotating to the bottom lane, it seems like, instead.
He almost got that chicken kill, but at the same time, it doesn't really matter that much for some Medusa. She doesn't actually need chicken access that much.
Yeah. Wouldn't even been the biggest deals you're getting at. FY, how's he doing at the bottom lane? He's level 4 already, so it looks like he's actually doing very good. 15-3 even on CS. It's been 1v1 for a lot, but that's going to change now. In comes Ninja Boogie. Maybe a Bash Brock. Throw it in there. None just yet. Winter Wyvern in response. Arctic Burn. And Mushi's the one that has to be careful with that Splinter's Blast, but FY going to be charged in. Jab supports it as well. Should set up the kill eventually. Ignite's put up. The press of the attack. Oh, the regen is just enough. Not long enough, though. Ninja Boogie gets the auto attack off and gets the kill. Victoria's nearby on the Bounty Hunter. Yao. Now it's his turn to be in trouble. Mushi running him down with the auto attacks. That's going to add up. They say, you know what, we'll go with a turn on Imushi. They do get the turn. They do lose the Winter Wyvern, though, so it's a double kill for Ninja Boogie, however. And now it's Victoria's turn to be victim, perhaps. Gets the invis off, the press the attack, and we might not even be done just yet. Apparently we are. Oh, maybe not now. Is he really going? No.
No. So a couple of things of note. Venomancer didn't go for any wards. You don't want wards versus Venomancer or versus LC. LC actually, you'll get tons of Moment of Courage procs, and it's actually really difficult to harass him down. So you definitely want this 2-2 build, and it's. I think if there's going to be a 2v2 in the mid lane, like, you know, Ogre versus the Winter Wyvern, I think Mineski's going to win out heavily, simply because of the fact that the Ogre can stack Ancients for his team, whereas LGD, it's going to be very inefficient. Like, yeah, you can trade, let's just say that's even, but the stacking factor is going to be much better for Mineski. So I think if you're LGD, you kind of just want to leave that mid lane as a one-on-one so they don't get the added benefit of stacking.
Focusing more on Venomancer here, item build. You know, we see different styles, sometimes the Dive Bomb, the Blink Dagger, to even the Axe eventually, or more the Hurricane Pike instead, bringing the right-click presence. Hold that thought, though, because charge coming in. Actually ends up connecting on a Yao right there. He gets the press the attack. Mushi, he's the one that takes a good damage. Moment of Courage procs coming out. Yao is going to end up falling in the back line, just takes a long time. And Mushi, he's returning now with the auto attacks, gets Bloodlust buff from Jab's teammate. Jab's also trying to survive Victoria, trying to finish it himself. Dust comes out from Ninja Boogie, though, the charge in to finish the job there. And now we have Venomancer making it back to base, so a lot of finishing going on, but FY, he remains alive throughout it all.
Ninja Boogie's gotten all 5 kills. He's on a mega kill streak.
That's pretty good for a Spirit Breaker. And he's only level 3. But man, he's got Tranquil Boots. Very active.
Still, the LC is on top of the CS chart. there's no wards either, so those are
Okay.
all full CS. Which is, you know, oh, nice.
Well, he's making a play at the top lane now. Speaking of being involved in kills, Ninja Boogie wants to add to those 5 kills on the chart. Going for a 6-1 right here. Boundless Strike with pretty good timing. Will it matter in the long run, though? The Inferno Blade auto attacks, Scorched Earth, and
Nice bash,
Not so
Ninja
much.
Boogie. A nice bash,
yeah,
man.
throw it in there. That's every good Spirit Breaker deserves those bash procs.
That was really
Once in a
important,
while.
though. He almost got 4 Jingu stacks because of that.
Oh,
but no,
okay.
that was a really nice stun from him, though, to stop the charge.
Yeah.
I think Ame did everything he could. But Ice is a Monkey King player. He knows the tricks. He chopped down that tree. You're done, Ame.
Back to the middle lane, 35-7 Medusa, 26-7 Death Prophet. So it's getting steadier and steadier for Nana as far as that league goes. As I suggest this, though, you do see that rotation coming in with the smoke.
I mean, it is. You're gonna have to expend your ultimate.
Yeah.
You need your exorcism if you want this kill, or I guess everyone can come in.
Or just bring 4 players, LC included, who does have that duel. Meanwhile, top lane, Ame gets the kill on Ice. He is doomed up. Is that going to be enough damage for the kill? It's going to be close, man. Oh, man, he's ticking down. He's going to live, isn't he? Oh, he does go down. Ninja Boogie almost dies as well. Back to the middle lane. But here's the action happening. Stonegaze activated. The duel is up, though. And they end up taking out Nana right there as a result. Cold Embrace will save FY as well. And that Exorcism dealing plenty of damage to the tower on top of it. So action, many different places here.
He did get a stone gaze off, but
Yeah.
doesn't stop those ghosts.
And it does not. A last-ditch effort, so making use of that Exorcism, though. Obviously pushing into the objective, and we see at the top lane, Spirit Breaker, though.
Nice
Goes
streak.
down. A lot of kills coming out here, man. 12 hero kills combined, 7.5 minutes in. Not too shabby. I guess a Spirit Breaker and Bounty Hunter on the other side even will help incentivize that. Who's this advantage for more, you think, with all this fighting going on?
I think I would prefer if I were LGD shoes, I'd prefer this sort of pace because I think you want these sort of skirmishes. You want Bounty Hunter to get level. You want this sort of pace to continue. I think once he gets level 6, ideally you just want tons and tons of kills, right? That obviously benefits him. But I think you don't want to play the passive farming game versus the Medusa. Medusa is just incredibly good with split shot. You are just not going to outfarm her, simply put.
Oh.
So
Victoria trying to help the farm for the team, especially Ame. Boundless Strike, not enough damage though. Initially, that Scorched Earth. You see the region also kicking in. Yao's even coming in now. Try to assist for this kill. I mean, it's a matter of time. There's no way Ice is getting out of this. It's just a matter of when they get off that last
he
auto
actually
attack.
changed his creep. He had the Frost Armor creep, and then he opted for the heal creep. I actually think he does need the armor a lot this game. Frost Armor is really good versus even Winter's Curse. Is good versus Exorcism. Is good versus Duel.
Yeah. We'll see if he second guesses himself right there. But meanwhile, middle lane, Spear Siphon healing up Somnus. Get some assistance, of course, from the Winter Wyvern. Cold Embrace is ready just in case. And that'll be your classic standoff right there where no kills actually happen, but plenty of damage coming out. So nothing much from that, but back to the top lane. Doom will port in, and his ultimate ready in about 14 seconds. Let's see when that comes into play. LC, go ahead.
They're smoking behind.
Oh yeah, they are coming in.
Monkey King's still very, very vulnerable. You mentioned like he wants to get the Battle Fury, but I don't actually know if he's going to get it at any reasonable pace.
Yeah. So if it's not the Battle Fury, though, that's a nice dual victory there, of course, coming out. But
Fast
maybe the Echo
Diffusal.
Saber, just going right into Diffusal Blade even.
I think Fast Diffusal is really good.
Okay.
It dispel. No, it doesn't dispel anything. But Mana Burn. Mana Burn and Purge, I think, should be pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you want that item first, though? I don't know. I think I would be scared
tough.
for the late game. But
Yeah.
at the same time, you might not have any mid-game presence if you're busy farming for your Battle Fury. I don't know. It's a really tough call for it.
That it is. I mean, you do see the net worth right now. Overall, it's a really close game, but top of the chart, a couple different heroes, Monkey King included, in fact, second place right there. Death Prophet, though, 3,800 net worth for her.
I think if you take down the mid T1, you can go for Battle Fury because you'll have more camps to farm. But if not, you probably need to go more fighting build. Somnus is just...
He's probably dead right here, although Cold Embrace will change it. And the double Spirit Siphon, never mind. He's going to be healing up for the time being. Stonegaze activated, though, going to stone him up. And it's just a matter of time, it feels like. But FY's not running a pressing attack. The heals are real, man, here on this dire side. But is it real enough? Absolutely not. He finally falls, but buying plenty of time for some return damage now. Victoria, that Poison Nova activated. He's definitely going to be ticking down. They did kill Spirit Breaker, but a 2-for-1 in favor of Mineski.
Yeah. At least they got one track kill on the side of LGD. That was a crazy amount of sustain.
That was insane.
If I'm Mineski right now, I definitely want a Spirit Vessel on my team.
Okay.
Like, that item is so incredibly good
Yeah.
versus Winter Wyvern alone, but then you have to press the attack heal, and then you have the Spirit Siphon heal. Like minus 70% healing on those is just insane. You will be able to drop the Death Prophet so easily.
So Spirit Breaker pretty much
Spirit
should be
Breaker
rushing
should buy
that.
it, but he had a mega kill streak, but he's actually not that farmed. I thought he would have. He had 5 kills. Okay,
Where did that farm go?
I don't know. I'm not actually sure where it went. Maybe he just like didn't spend his gold before he died that one time. He's died 2 times since, but still, I think he should be way higher than.
Yeah, was he
2,000.
buying the wards maybe for the team?
Yeah,
take
maybe.
it over perhaps because
That's
of all
Ogre's. That's Ogre's job.
that? He's a bloodlust bot. Let's be honest,
Yeah.
that's his job. So.
And he has his early GPM talent. Even better.
There you go. Well, yeah, a little bit odd there, but ultimately, again, that's going to be the idea for Spirit Breaker. Smoke once again coming out. So you take a look at Ninja Boogie right there on the Spirit Breaker, of course, but Smoke wrapping around in the middle lane, it looks like. Medusa having to be careful. She picks up on something.
They use a scan, so they know
Okay.
what's going on here. However, Bounty Hunter is behind there. I mean, you could smoke in between the T1 and T2, but now Ogre's there to pop it just in case, so that's not happening.
Winter Wyvern thinking about going in with a quick charge.
I like the
Stop
way
any
Ninja
pursuit.
Boogie's playing, though. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, his economy sucks, but he's there to like pop the smokes, get their spells off so that everyone else can do their thing.
He's there to get another strike off on
kind of
that.
range?
Range and the bash proc off the bat. The press the
What?
attack with the Collider Bridge. We just talked about that heal. That range was something, to say the least. Yeah, it will fall, but I didn't know it was that
heck?
long. Yeah, that had to be just like at the
Dude,
max.
that
Absolutely.
that was insanely long.
Yeah.
Looked
Oh.
like he had Aether Lens there.
And gets it off and gets the kill. Again, you see the heals once again coming into play, so Spirit Festival will be nice. Doom picking up the early drums. This is an item that we're seeing a lot this patch, it seems like. A very good tempo item to be
All
picking
about
up.
winning those team fights, man.
Yeah, it's a good strategy, winning team fights.
Yep.
You see that range right here once again. Yeah, that's like more than what it should have
That.
been.
It says 700.
So that was more than 700. Yeah, let it be. Mushi pushing out middle lane meanwhile. FY's nearby, does have that blink as we see. Press the attack, he
Nope.
wants to go in. Mushi went back for the last hit, but...
Get warded. Get Veno warded.
Yep.
You had
Stop
to,
the
yeah, you
blink.
had to get smokes for those. Come on. Come on, FY. You know that.
Yeah, that was... they definitely wanted that. I mean, Mushi even got a little cocky right there, but again, as you mentioned, the ward's doing work. Ultimately making the stop on the blink. Death Prophet Yules is coming along. Pretty obvious pickup, I would assume.
It's so good now that Diffusal doesn't dispel. Like,
Yeah.
Death Prophet with Spirit Siphon is just incredibly difficult. That's why you need the Spirit Vessel.
Goes back to that. Victoria. All right, he's going to find Doom. Who's that nearby? That'd be LC.
This could be a dual kill.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have enough damage. I don't think so. He pops Scorched Earth. You're probably going to be the one dying.
Yeah. He does have the Satyr. You were talking about that earlier, so at least he has a health regen, but you could argue maybe the armor later on in the game. Medusa, meanwhile, farming an ancient stack.
Oh no, it begins.
Yep. Bloodlust up.
It begins. Okay, Monkey King's going for Battle Fury. He feels like he is under farm and needs to farm up. I mean, the thing about it is if you go Diffusal and you lose the fight, you just like kind of lose the game at that point.
Okay.
Because there's not really that much coming back from that. And I think even with the Diffusal, he wouldn't be able to burst down the Medusa. Medusa's just very, very difficult to kill. Maybe if they had like, you know, Next or AM or something like that to burn down his mana really quickly. But
Yeah.
at this point, no. I would love to see a Sentry Ward on that stack though, or an Obs Ward. Any of the above.
Some kind of blockage, yeah.
Some kind of blockage.
Get in there. You see, speaking of Sentry Ward on the other side, a counter from earlier. No stack over there. A lot of wards, though, down. Those Venomancer wards in the middle lane. He looks like he was building a Villa Discord, by the way, for the team. On the Radiant side to take advantage of. And top lane, FY, he's still hunting for another dual kill, but all this vision, man, it's making it very difficult for him to get any kind of dual kills here.
I mean, look at the heroes that are exposed, too, on their side. It's like
Yeah.
an Ogre on bottom. Like, who cares about killing an Ogre? He's all the way on the bottom lane, too, so it's very difficult. And then you have the Veno, who's in mid with tons and tons. He had a lot more Plague Wards. So it's like, it's just so difficult for them to gank people here. Like, it's just high risk, low reward.
That's what I noticed with the draft coming out. I mean, they had the Ogre into Spear Breaker into Doom. I mean, these are all just kind of beefier heroes that are outside of that core role, especially. So, Victoria, oh, he's going to be found. He's going to have fun with them. And actually, whoa, okay, Stone Gaze. Medusa was scared. I guess that's a victory for Bounty Hunter.
Well, you can tell, with that move, you can tell exactly where Mineski are, though. That
Yeah.
means that there's not that many heroes on bottom. You can play around bottom way more.
Oh, another strike. Is this enough damage? He gets another
Double
bash, man.
Dude,
Ninja Boogie is a baller at Spirit Breaker, apparently. Running him down.
nonstop. Yep, and he's handling this bounty hunter all game.
He's got the Urn, 2 charges. So it goes back to what you were just talking right there, Melini, about trying to find these kills. I mean, so the targets maybe aren't necessarily the best, but, you know, ideally with a bounty hunter, he could find those kills. But is this a fault of the bounty hunter almost? Or is this just the positioning of Mineski that's making it difficult?
I honestly think it's more the Death Prophet. They're not playing around. Death Prophet is the key to their team in this phase of the game, right?
Okay.
They needed to push T1 towers. They needed to win team fights. They needed to do everything. They can bait out with him, but the Death Prophet is just farming up right now. Not necessarily his fault. It's just he doesn't really feel like he can do anything right now. Whoa.
They need to not lose Monkey King. The duel will stop a lot of this damage right here, but Doom's still running after him. The Witch's Curse even used, but the auto attack from the neutrals even assisting with the Doom kill. Ultimately, FY now he's going to end up dying to Venomancer most likely. Moment of Courage ain't going to save him there. Spirit, or the Shrine I should say, from Yao going to be popped, and I don't know if that's going to save him. Maybe the Arctic Burn over the ledge. He'll barely get over. The Inferno Blade tick down though. Double kill for Ice 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 bottom lane. Okay, they get a turn kill and a jabs. There you go.
Yeah, but look at this mid T2 tower that's already being assaulted. They're like really, really fast about that. And this is the thing, like, so who are the heroes absent from the right? You have the Medusa who's pushing on lanes, and then you have the Death Prophet and the Bounty Hunter on bottom. But like, are you more scared of a Death Prophet farming or a Medusa farming?
Exactly.
Like, it's starting to get really scary for LGD.
Oh man, and now Victoria just having to get away from the Spirit Breaker, although has that Death Prophet coming in, the Nether Strike. It's not going to be enough damage. Now, this could be a bait though of sorts as the Exorcism is popped, however. The Shrine pop, the signs up on a Doom, and that's a dual victory for FY. So, yeah, bait is just a matter of which way, and I guess ultimately that works to the favor of LGD in that exchange right there. So, something that they could use.
Exorcism for 1-track kill though. I guess it's on a Doom, so that's pretty good. But they're not going to get that much damage on this T2 on bottom, sadly.
A little bit, yeah, but
minimal.
Not the most. You see right there, it's going to be wearing off shortly, so.
And she's actually going for Lincoln Sphere, so she doesn't get doomed or charged, but.
Oh boy, and this is going to be bad. Heals, throws up Spirit Breaker at least. There's the press the attack, trying to help run away. The W coming out from Ogre Magi. The Ignite, going to go for the TP. Do they have a stopper? They do not. Nice silence right there.
No bash.
No bash, you're right.
No bash.
Ninja Boogie, come on now. You're better than that. Nobody. He manages to escape, so yeah, that was almost, you know, scary for him, obviously trying to use the rest of the Exorcism, and could have backfired, but good getaway. They're not even done just yet, are they? LGD wants to come back into this. FY duel's ready to go. You're not going on Medusa, though, that's for sure. Victoria trying to find somebody else, but again, who is that somebody?
They're smoked around. Ice Ice and Ninja Boogie coming around from the left side. Oh, this could be really bad for them. They don't have this is the time you do not want to fight.
Well, Ogre is going to be the target, but again, he's just so damn tanky. Sure, you can damage him, but it's not even a dual victory. He stays alive for the time being. If he actually lives, he will not. The Balance Strike finishes the job right there. The Stone Gaze active, though. They take out Victoria, and FY, you're definitely dying for this on top of it. Press the attack. Just going to delay the inevitable, it feels like. Gets a bash thrown in there. Triple kill for Nana on the Medusa. Oh, boy.
I mean, you see what I'm talking about with the Death Prophet, though. They're just like, they played around her. The one time they got the Doom kill on bottom, but like, they lost 3 heroes up top. They lost 3 heroes again. Exorcism is supposed to be the spell that you're playing around, but at the same time, their pacing doesn't really match that of the Exorcism, because Bounty Hunter wants to fight all the time, and so does LC, because they both like track and duel. Like, these are things that you just need to kill heroes over and over and over again with.
Yeah.
But it's just slow with the Death Prophet.
And Monkey King sometimes is that core hero that will be more involved than other cores earlier on in the game, but the Battle Fury almost changes that a bit. I mean, he still definitely can be, but he obviously wants to farm with that tool instead. He's not really looking to pick fights as you're going out with the LC, with the Bounty Hunter here. So, yeah, you are starting to feel the awkwardness more and more.
Yeah, I think it's just like they need, like, either they needed the Monkey King to go a more aggressive build early, but that's really risky, right? Like, if he doesn't go Battle Fury, he's gonna fall super far behind. Or you sacrifice, like, you know, small heroes here and there, like Mineski's doing. They're losing the Ogre. They you know, jumped on the Ogre on bottom too. Like, these are unimportant heroes, and you're sacrificing your support so that course can get a lot of farm. But when LG are sacrificing heroes, they're sacrificing 3 at a time.
Yeah, not the best trading going on right there. You see the top lane that's being pushed in by Doom. Meanwhile, Moon runs in. aka Nana, he even denies the tower, and now Doom ports it on top of this. I'm pretty sure he has his ultimate activate, or ready to go, I should say. Death Prophet with the Exorcism up, though. Silence first happens on a Doom in the back line, so Victoria's going to be picked off, but Doom also falls, and the Winter's Curse actually activated on the Spirit Breaker as he charges in. Pretty good one at that, the Stone Gaze. Didn't really do nearly enough for Mineski right here. Yield Scepter in the air, Medusa, they want to finish off Ninja Book at the very least with that Spirit Siphon, and it is enough. That Exorcism has to be stopping soon. In fact, it wears off right there. It's just Medusa, Ogre, and the Venomancer, but enough to back off and pour it on out, says Somnus. All right, so that was a pretty successful fight, I would say, for LGD.
That was great. They played around the Death Prophet perfectly, and I think maybe just went in their perfect positioning, great Spirit Siphons, and Mushi tried to disrupt that, but Ice got caught out with the Sentry Ward. That was the big thing. He didn't get a single spell off. He got silenced right here.
Yep.
And then he just died to Exorcism. And he almost turns around and casts Doom, but doesn't in time.
That's the thing with Doom, and we've talked about with other casters before, and just yesterday, in fact, I believe it was, where his getting in there to cast Doom on somebody can be difficult sometimes. I mean, ideally right there, again, sneaking in with the Invis. Obviously, the Sentry kind of stopped that effort, though, so... does he maybe also need a blink at this point, or should Shadowblade be enough to get in there and get that Doom off in most fights?
It requires a difference in playstyle.
Okay.
Like, you don't want your Doom in first. You want your Spirit Breaker in. Mushi tried to do that, right? He blinked in, and then he ulted, and then normally the focus would be drawn away from the Doombringer at that point, right? So that Doombringer can kind of sneak in and then cast his Doom, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's his fault. It's more, the team needs to allow him to get his Doom off. Ogre, Spirit Breaker, Venomancer. These heroes are great at just running in and dying.
Yeah.
And having a high impact. Doom, not so much if you don't get your spells off.
Gotcha. Well, Track's going to be applied to Doom right there as he was scouting things out, Bounty Hunter, and having some fun with him, letting him know that he's nearby. Yeah, going to push out the middle creep wave using that great ability called Splinter Blast. You see Medusa, Lincoln Sphere, the Dragon Lance, and now the Eye of Scotty. And that's, I was talking with Black earlier, he considers this kind of the, all right, now we're in trouble item once he gets the Eye of Scotty.
Possibly. But he doesn't have that much damage. It's a lot of stats, but not that much damage. And I guess he does have Bloodlust, but I think I would have preferred a more offensive build for him this game, because he's not really in danger of dying. That game, that fight, I don't know. They just like fought around him.
Yeah, he was auto-attacking, but really, yeah, it wasn't the scariest. You're pointing out Victoria, by the way. Again, the heals, press the attack. There's a Cold Embrace. A nice Winter's Curse as well. This could turn on a Spirit Breaker now. But he's not careful. Victoria gets some tracks out. The tool is activated also on a Doom. And that will be a winner-winner chicken dinner for him. Spirit Breaker picked up as well. 2-0 so far. Well, that make it a 2 for 2, actually. As Winter Wyvern now goes down as well. The Stone Gaze wearing off, though. Monkey in the back lane. He's like, remember me? I'm still in this game. Wukong's Command's throwing down Nana. He's just running away, though. Tanky, as we just mentioned. I don't think they're killing him. Maybe the Ogre Magi as they catch him with the Yules. FY's even nearby. The poured out, not going to be in time.
Look at their entire team, though. Their entire team's tanky. We talked about it before, right?
Yeah.
But, like, do you need more tankiness?
That's true.
Maybe the Doom does, because he doesn't get any spells off in the fight, but, like, I don't really see him doing that much damage. And keep in mind, he has Bloodlust, too.
Yeah.
Like, Bloodlust is supposed to be good at making you deal damage. But his damage, it was one of the lowest in the fight.
It was very low. 560 damage.
Doom did that much with just Scorched Earth, and he's just not, he's not able
just
to.
running in circles, yeah.
Yeah, it's tough for them, though. The Winter Wyvern's also just destroying them. Like, he completely turned around that fight.
Yeah.
Saved the Bounty Hunter, got that Winter's Curse off. This was just a great play from the Winter Wyvern.
Yeah, you see right here, the initial save at least. Does eventually die, but obviously bought plenty of time. That great Winter's Curse, as you mentioned. Yao doing a hell of a job. Allows them to turn on the Spirit Breaker, and then again, Doom just really in a bad spot at that point. Mushi did get a hell of a Poison Nova off. We saw him on top of those damage charts for that reason, but damage is good and all, but if you're not getting kills, it really doesn't matter in the end. So he goes down, and then the rest of it, they get away, but again, lacking the damage, very noticeable in that fight. So does he think back at that fight? Maybe, I mean, we're discussing this ourselves. They have a pause now. Could you see him maybe be like, all right, I'm going to switch this up now, or is he going to be committed to the Eye of Scotty at this point? Because
I think you're just committed to the Eye. I mean, what else are you going to get? Butterfly? Butterfly wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, that's kind of the mix item.
I prefer Butterfly. I mean, you don't ever really go like purely. I mean, I guess you can go Rapier, but that's kind of out of the question right now, right? But you don't go like Daedalus. You go. They're all hybrid items from Medusa because she's so stat based. And she's not even level 20. Once she gets level 20, you get 800 mana, and then you're even more tanky.
See right there. He also gets the Mystic Snake Mana Steal. So that's another thing. He didn't even go the attack speed. Obviously, he has a Bloodlust buff, but...
Yeah, no, I think he's just gone way too heavy in on the on the defense.
Nana wants
So
to pad
heavy.
those stats, man. He doesn't want to die. He's trying to keep those stats there. All right, well, they're trying to Roshan. They're going to sneak in there with the smoke. Get some good vision around, and I don't know if LGD's seen this. They actually have really good vision around. As you see, the vision of LGD is non-existent in that area, so...
Do they care if they get an Aegis, though?
On Medusa?
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
the thing.
we just finished talking about that, didn't we? This is going to be close. They're going in, aren't they? Big opening right there with the overwhelming odds. There we go. The Medusa picks it up, but as you just pointed out, they really care. In fact, they're going to duel the Medusa of all targets. The Blade Mill is up as well. The duel's not nearly enough for the kill as expected. Now FY, he's in a lot of trouble. Somnus puts up the Spirit Siphons. Another strike onto him. FY will eventually go down. I hear the Stone Gate's going off as well. Moon is out of mana there on Medusa. Remember, he has the Aegis to come back up, though. At this point, thrown in the air with the Yule Scepter. Somnus is, as the Wukong's command goes down for Monkey. He dies pretty quickly, though, after the fact that Witch's Curse on a somebody up here, but no kills, actually, in favor of LGD. Somehow, they did more than enough damage to not only win that fight, but it goes back to, in hindsight, if you're LGD there, you probably just don't want to engage there in the first place.
Well, now without Exorcism.
And now they're going to lose the Death Prophet. You're right, they did not have Exorcism, did they?
I mean, the thing is, why would you engage with a Medusa?
Yeah.
We just talked about how... Okay, the thing about duel, too, you don't... If you duel with a Medusa, she still does damage because of split shot. So it's like
That's a good point.
It's not useful to duel her. You're not locking her down. You're maybe preventing her from casting Stone Gaze, but she doesn't care because she finally has a target to hit. They just gave them so much with that fight.
It made no sense. Yeah, no, LGD, they really have to be second-guessing their decision there. And it's just snowballing. And they just lost 2 more heroes on top of that. Essentially was 6 kills right there.
Well, the tanky build works out if you actually
What were we
don't get
thinking?
ignored.
Yeah. No, that's clearly that was a strategy. That was the thought that Nana had all along. It's like, oh yeah, they're gonna duel me. I got this. FY, he's probably dead right here. He's got the press the attack up. That's not gonna matter. Buybacks are happening. Winter Wyvern and the LC. Monkey King has naturally resurrected.
This turned around so quickly.
I still can't believe it. And in fact, oh, Monkey King, no! He TP's in and he goes down right there. Hey.
What?
He buys back. What is happening to LGD? The duel coming out. He's going to be thrown up with the Yule Scepter, though. Doom may end up living through this. It's going to be close. Yes, he will. And now comes the Stone Gates. And now we'll say that's going to be a dieback for him if he ends up going down right here. Cold Embrace will save for the time being. Wukong's command thrown out. But the Stone Gates, it's stoning up the Monkey King nearby. And also trying to finish off FY. Now look at Ice Sauce out on the outskirts. Having fun within the Inferno Blitz auto attack. Takes out the LC right there. Gonna get the kill on Monkey King. And it is just absolute disaster time for LGD right now. Doom does end up falling. That's the only kill so far for LGD in the last 2.5, 3 minutes.
What just happened?
Oh, maybe. He's actually doing a lot of return damage here with that Exorcism, so it's going to take out the Aegis at least, but really does that matter? In fact, he's dead. Oh, maybe not. Spear Siphon barely saving him. Double kill. There you go. It's Godlike Streak. Is that game really? That's a game, isn't it?
I am in utter disbelief at just what happened. That was one of the biggest turnarounds I've ever seen. It's just like, oh, okay, yeah, they're doing Roach. Okay, game over. What?
And you want to give credit to Mineski, and obviously you do. I mean, that's a victory for them, and hey, they'll take what they get, but this is just one of those, you know, yeah.